What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about something that might be something a lot of you guys are dealing with. And on today's account tune-up for Deljikho, we have a question that I haven't considered too much lately, so we do talk about it quite a bit, and that is it better to build more heroes once you've got all your Sealand 20s done? Is it better to build heroes and factions to maybe push actual progress in those factions, be utility heroes, or is it better to build tenants for your Cloud Island residences? Because, of course, Sword Flash, the stronger she gets, the better it's going to be for your team. There's a lot of things to consider. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully it helps you guys out, make out decisions for yourself as well. See you guys next time. So, for Deljikho's account, I'll throw up the heroes that we have right now so you guys can, in the live chat, actually see what's going on. I mean, that Eloise skin, though. So, let's see. You have 5 questions I'd really like and a second opinion. Number 1. For my next E5, I was planning on building my first carry. However, do you think it might be more beneficial to build Fiona instead for the SFX tenant boost? I've almost cleared through to Fire 3 and not sure if the extra attack from the Fiona would be helpful. It would be, but the carry is also a really nice support for a Vanquisher push. I do think carry could be a really good build for this account. It looks like you probably already have Sealand 25 done, right? No, you don't. Oh, interesting. You do have the right Abyss heroes to get this. Well, you of course need to swap the V4 around. Do you have any of them higher than that? What about Fortress? I mean, Fortress, you're not anywhere near able to do Fortress Sealand. The question really is exactly how you put it. Is it better to build a Fiona to add a tenant in Sword Flash's house or build the carry? They both kind of accomplish the same thing in a way. It's very, very interesting. Because you only have one hero in here right now. Yeah. You can't do Abyss Sealand 25 yet because you have Lackluster Star Spawn. Yeah, and of course this probably isn't the best either because you only have, what, one tenant for Queen? You got the Ignis and you have, yeah, you just have the Ignis. So even with the Queen, you only have one tenant. Yeah, this one is really interesting because, to be honest, the carry would help you out a little bit more in PvP. Although you kind of have a decent 6-hero lineup in PvP already. So PvP, I wouldn't be worried about the carry. It really just comes down to, do you want the utility of the carry on the waves and the revives and everything, or do you want more power on Sword Flash? And honestly, I don't know if I have a cut and dry opinion on that one. I feel like, honestly, a more powerful Sword Flash would probably get you more things done. Plus, on top of that, I mean, you use Sword Flash in everything. You would be building a Fiona, which you would need for a Sealand push in Fortress. Of course, you need another Sherlock as well. I think Fiona, I'm leaning towards Fiona right here on that one. So, similar to above, I also, or almost have 9 Onkirimaru copies. I don't plan on building him, but I do think it might be worthwhile to swap Tix to Onkirimaru just for the tenant boost. Again, yeah, if you already in, I imagine you're already in Tower of Dream, right? Yeah, you have Tower of Dream unlocked. You're obviously level 350. You have Shadow Sealand taken care of. It wouldn't be the worst idea. Now, Onkirimaru doesn't have that many actual uses, but like you said, you can throw him into the 3rd slot right here. That can definitely be worth it. Because Tix isn't, as if you think your Tix is doing nothing for you, which usually on accounts like this, besides maybe using him in Broken Spaces 9, if you even need it, he doesn't really have a use. So I would probably consider that. You actually got your 9th Onkirimaru last night. Only use ticks for broken spaces 9. Yeah, I mean, again, powering out that sword flash is pretty important, which is why I really don't like the tenant system, because it makes you build heroes you wouldn't normally really want. So yeah, kinda. All right, next part. I'm definitely going to wait for Aspen release, but assuming he is a flop, should I build Fairy Queen Vesa or Starwing Jara? Well, the first question is always Demon Bells. You have the Demon Bells. I would be tempted to go for Starwing Jara because of that CC. The second you have Starwing Jara with your Sword Flash lineup, that should get you very, very easily to Vanquisher 6. And honestly, you kind of have an account that would be borderline possible to push in Vanquisher. It would be very difficult. You do need more attack on your Sword Flash. You need to get her close to 1 million normally for a really good push. So Valkyria Marswap and Fiona build sound like two really good things to really power her up. And then on top of that, if Aspen doesn't do much for you guys, I think in your situation, because you already have the upgraded artifacts, you have the upgraded Demon Bells, you don't have a Rui Scepter though. That's the only downside here. You have one Rui Scepter, which is okay. Oh wow, you got you got some of the you're a collector at this point too. You have Force. You could get it if you need to, which is great. I do think, of course, keep on pace. Wait for Aspen, see what he's like. I feel like he might be very broken. Just being that Aspen is like a fan favorite hero, I feel like they might just make him absolutely insane. If he's not, I do think Starwing Jara would be the better pick for you, definitely, because you have everything you basically need. Next question is, I've 4 times artifact chest and 1200 relics. Again, I'm going to wait for Aspen release. Yeah, I think honestly, basically, you pretty much explained what I just discussed right there. If Aspen is a no build for you, definitely go for the Ruiz. Get a splendid Rui Scepter going on her, and then you can have another chest for something else down the road as well. If you build Fairy Queen Vesa, I'd get my second AB. I don't think Fairy Queen Vesa is going to do much for you. It might help you in like Tower of Dream a little bit and PvP, but those aren't really things you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on Void Vortex mainly on your account, then potentially Tower of Dream progress. But again, Tower of Dream progress doesn't mean much. Most people should just be doing depth 1 and 2 with all ups in all nightmare modes. That's how you farm your hard rock, and that's just the best strategy normally. Last but not least, I'm struggling to decide on a third pet. I'm leaning towards Nemean, but it would be greatly appreciated if you could chat and see what next pet to build. Okay, so the last part here, the monsters. We already have a deer. We already have a phoenix. Kind of depends. I know Fox is kind of fallen out. Honestly, Nemean's probably the next best one. Don't really think Apparition could be pretty good with the freeze from, if you go the route of Starwing Jara, it wouldn't be horrible because you get holy damage and precision, which are nice offensive stats. But I think Nemean is going to be a more overall useful one. If you care about PvP, you could go for the Sphinx. But that's really only if you really care about PvP. If you're not really caring about PvP, normally you kind of stay away from the Sphinx. I do think overall the Lion is going to be the best bet for you. It seems like the best option, to be honest. Dragon has potential, but I don't really see you using the Dragon, so whichever Transcendence I choose, I will have 1 artifact chest and enough relics for 3 copies. Should I start working on my second crown? Absolutely. Crowns, and absolutely more crowns. Definitely go for the Lion, I think. That's going to be the best bet. So, if you have any other questions, Deljikho, throw them in chat real quick before we get done here. I don't really think any other one synergizes that well. If only the Stone Golem had better, like, Petrify synergy, so. But yeah, definitely the Lion. You have a really solid account for being on, like, server 871 or something like that. It's pretty solid. But yeah, Star Spawn is going to be the one thing that you're definitely lacking. And then Cloud Island material. So keep farming those up. Make sure you're doing depth 1 or 2 with all the up heroes every week to the point where you can clear Nightmare. Don't worry about pushing. It's definitely not worth it. Take it from me. You want to clear Nightmare difficulties. He's got gold for days. Oh yeah, he's got gold for days.